never been, we'd always traveled, the two of us as individuals, and a lot together too before kids. And we never liked the idea that you are one thing before you have kids. And then when you have kids, you no longer have those values or those passions or those interests. And all of a sudden, all you care about is like, I don't know, remodeling the kitchen or making sure they have like the next thing and we felt like these are still big pieces of us. This need to see other things and be inspired by the bigness of the world. And we know that's there for us, and we can't just say no to it. At the same time, we have 3 kids now, but what a great thing to show them is our passion in action, instead of just like having a dream that we punt on and punt on and punt on. Oh, when we get this sorted, we'll get there. When we get this paid off, we'll get there. All those things, which are real things. But we just felt like, you know, what we want to show our kids is that there's a dream, and we went out and damn it, we chased it, you know, like we really went for it.
Can I ask you something? Yeah. Because Charlie and I connected with you guys in 2018 because we too had been lying in our bed on our floor for years thinking, okay, is this it? Is this the path of just working to get stuff, to remodel, to just be a grown-up and not live in your passion, not adventure, not see the world? So we loved finding you guys and also finding other people who were thinking the same way. When other families ask us how we did this, and I bet they ask you, this is a risk. So you're lying on your floor and you're thinking, we got to keep adventuring. We want to share this kind of life and connection with our children. That's also a risk. And I think that's why many people lie on the floor and don't do anything. They dream about it, they vision it, and they don't, because they're scared of what happens if. So I'm curious how you guys handled that risk.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I think at a certain point, because we had been talking about it for so long, what started to feel really scary was, what if we don't? Like, honestly, that felt like, what does that mean? If we have this dream, because it wasn't just about travel, it was like starting QC, whatever that was, whatever it was going to become.
Working together.
Yeah, it was like part of a dream. And if you talk about that for years and then you don't pursue it, I mean, there's risk in any move, any new thing. I mean, there's risk everywhere all the time. But if you start dreaming up something and it really, like, we had breathed some life into this thing, like we had really gone a ways down the road, and then you don't do that, like, what does that look like? That feels really scary to me.